Hello everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video the new shear grab, it is on the teleporter. We have to put them in some pipes and then we'll be going to use it. And yes, it is pitch black because what else should you be doing at night? It's only 5:30, it's pitch black. Gotta do something for the rest of the evening. Anyways, the new shear bucket, boom. I went with a quickie 225 shear bucket, silo cut L plus, that's what it's called. It's a bucket. It's big, it is big. So big, huh?
It's overkill.
It's not overkill. So big, Father Phil has not a lot of confidence. Not in the shear bucket, but more so in the fact that he thinks we put too much in it to put into the diet feeder. And that's probably what we call this video. Have we bitten off more than she can handle? It is a massive bucket. And you're probably wondering, why did we go with the bucket when I had already said we were looking at two others? Well, one of them I rung about and I was told 8 weeks of a lead time, and just didn't want to wait 8 weeks. That basically left us up until Christmas, and I was like, well, what's the point? And I had one of the team from Farmhand message me. He was like, oh, we have buckets in stock. So I was like, yeah, we'll have a look. So me and Liv looked at them and we thought, looks a pretty good sturdy bucket. One of the big things that we liked, and I have to turn the camera this way so you can see it. The camera points down. You will see along the edge here, it is like a scissor. So you'll see the edge of the blade comes down and there's a piece there that runs right alongside it. So it is like a scissors edge, which is there for cutting. And not alone that, it should not spill any meal. One of the biggest issues I have with the bucket that's on the telly is it spills meal everywhere. That won't do that. And that was one of the things we really like. We didn't go with a bale netting grab because I thought it was very gimmicky on the quickie. It's the whole, yeah, just nah. It looked pretty good, decent, sturdy, and we're going to have a quick turnaround. So for me and Liv, I was like, yeah. But Father Phil, he's not impressed. So he's not. More so by the size than anything else. So, yes. So just in comparison, we'll do a comparison beside this and the old bucket. It's about 3 times bigger than the bucket. So on that, she should hold a tonish of silage. So, but this was one of the big points when someone says this bucket's too big, and it was something Lee said. You don't have to fill it. You don't, if it may hold a ton, 1.2 tons of silage, but you don't have to fill it. You can put in 750 kilos. You don't have to go fully deep. You don't have to go with a big depth of silage. You don't have to fill it. Whereas this bucket will carry enough meal or enough beet in one bucket to fill the feeder. So we should cut back on all the trips over and back to the pit and to the diet feeder vastly. It's also big enough that if we ever change our loading shovel, the veneering, to something bigger, this would be big enough for something the size of the loading shovel. It is the upper end of what this will handle. This 225 is the width of the teleporter, that's why we went 225, and this bucket is 1.1 tons. So you can fully boom out without throwing the sensor, but I don't imagine I'll be able to put silage in it and do a full boom, but we'll test that out. But anyways, we get to work now. So what has to be done? Well, buckets don't come with pipes anymore. So you have to get your own pipes. Also, it has brackets I had to put on. I have them brackets on. I have to do pipes. But what we've decided to do, bring over my light. Get more light because it is dark. You can see where the pipes are fitted here. So they're well back out of the way. And I would imagine these 2 clips here, is you usually put your pipes up from there, in through the 2 bits here to there. That's how I imagine it should be. But because we have an adapter now for the teleporter to put on Euro brackets, so stuff for the front loader of the tractor, they have shorter pipes from there to here. So what we've decided to do is I'm going to take off these 2 fittings. I have a set of pipes that loop down to there, loop back up to there. We'll put on our fittings into that. We have bits to do it. And then put pipes from there to there. So that we'll have a shorter pipes from implement to machine, so that I don't have to change any of the pipes on any of the implements that are on the, for the Euro brackets, for the tractor and loader, that I can use with this with my adapter plate. That's why we decided to do that. The downside is fittings there could be in the fire line of bits. I hope not, but we will wait and see. I have the pipes, picked them up off the cousin, so that's what I'm going to do now. We'll stick it on time lapse, we'll whip that all together, and we'll go in then. I'm going on holidays tomorrow, and I just really want to see what this is going to hold, and then I'm going to probably take a pipe off it so no one uses it to take it back. But anyways, good time then. It's done and he's ready. So 2 new pipes, the cousin put it in protective sleeve as well. Just cable tied it onto that there because there's no space to go into that bracket there. Up, washered into that. 2 fittings, pipes, nice and tidy, up to there. Happy days. There's only one thing to do now, and that's see if she opens. So yeah, we're going to leave myself in suspense and have my tea, then come back out and see. So yeah, she's piped up now. It's time to open her. What do you think, Liv?
It's cool.
Do you think you'll be able to master that?
Yeah.
It doesn't actually look that big when it's open, does it? Like, just for comparison's sake, the Pro Dig or the other teleporter bucket, it's the same depth. It's the very same from there to there, same. The difference is, it's twice as wide, basically, and then it's about 1.5 times the height. And then what other things I quite like about this is you have a double edge. So you have an edge to cut and then a second edge. So I think it's going to work quite well. Father Phil isn't so optimistic, but hey, we're going to find out in the morning. We go cut a block of silage and see can we break the diet feeder. Time to go and test this machine out. It is 6:30 in the morning. It is just starting to get bright. Just. Thought it was going to be brighter. Hey, maybe by the time we get the second bucket, the last bucket into the diet feeder, we'll be ready to rock. Well, maybe brighter. So the plan is we're only going to fill 1 diet feeder now. About 2 ton of silage. Eric will be able to put it in when he comes in earlier in the day to feed the whalens. So this is purely just so I get to see what this does before we go on holidays. It's just mad to see what this does. See how good it is. One thing, when me and Liv, when we opened it up last night, it doesn't look near as big when you have it opened up. It just really shortens the whole bucket and ever. First thing we gotta do when we go in now is turn on the diet feeder. Full. Turn on the diet feeder and we'll load up a lock of beet into the diet feeder for the whalens. So we're feeding them at a rate of about 1 kilo of beet each. Just something just to keep them well fed, more so than else. The inaugural bucket with the new bucket. So that's our fully open from inside and that's our fully turned back. So I'd say this will hold a lot of beet. But I don't need a lot of beet. I'm looking for a little more than 100 kilos. The diet feeder. So I have about 1/3 of a bucket there. I'm only at 100 kilos, so today's video we're not going to be testing how much can I fit in. 100 kilos of beet isn't a wild pile of beet. That's 100 kilos gone in there now. It looks pretty big and impressive when it's on the teleporter. But when you're in the telly, it doesn't look out of place in front of the telly, especially when it's open. It doesn't look very out of place. It's just wide and it's high. like you can see yourself there, it is basically the depth of the tool carrier while also being the width of the teleporter. So now we go for the creme de la creme. We go for the big block of silage. We're going to see one big block, but we're just going to go for it and see how much it fits in. With this machine, we'll probably be able to take way too much, but you fill the bucket to what you need. You don't have to overfill it. It's not like the small one. The big reasons the Pro Dig keeps breaking on us is because you're always trying to fill it to the last, because you're only getting 200-300 kilos of silage in it. So you're going for a grab that's too deep and push too much pressure on the rams that pulls apart the bushings. With this, we won't need to overfill it because it's big enough without overfilling it. So, righty-o, let's see what she can do. Find a spot in the pit. A little bit too deep, maybe. Take it a little bit, getting used to like everything. Right, let's go for it. Chum, and we're in. And we close. And we're closed. And we lift. So it's a nice clean face. It's wide. I'd say it's a not maybe quite twice the width of the Pro Dig. It's wide. We're not hitting our mark there. I'd say we have about 700 kilos in that, I would imagine. So at 700 kilos, that is twice what we'd be getting with our own small telly to now. So we're at 70 kilos. Oh, I got 400 in that grab. I think this is going to work pretty fine. So it is. Yeah, we only have 400 kilos in that grab. That was disappointing. So I can definitely take a lot more than that. Alright, we'll try and be a little bit more greedy maybe. Now I am in fourth gear in the telly, so I'm running where I wouldn't have a wild pile of pushing power. Right, we'll go for a low grab, which is going to be a good deep grab. If I went down the gear, probably get more shunt. So again, we'll just do a quick boom out test. See how far I should go. 1.5 meters. She'll do 1.5 meters out before she turns the alarm on there and cuts the hydraulics. Fine, I don't need to boom out to put into the dive feeder. Seems to be fine. That was 600 kilos in that crab. I don't think we're going to have any issues whatsoever using this. If I can average around 500 kilos, that's definitely twice more than the Pro Dig every time. And what it means is, this only has to do half the work. It's half the work with this bucket, with the diet feeder. Even though this is a big bucket. And I was expecting, like I was told, to go for a hell of a lot more than that in it. Now maybe I could be pushing it harder into the pit, which I'm not really. So I want to give it a test run. No, I don't actually need a lot of silage in this grab. Doing a nice clean job on the pit there. So it is. Well, we corner bucket now. So we're at 1100 kilos now. That was another 400. I'm on Liv's phone here now because the memory card in my camera has died. But yeah, it does look big, but I am actually quietly, pleasantly surprised. That is just bang on exactly what I wanted out of a shear bucket. That's just the right size. Not too big, I don't think. Father Phil might disagree with me. I'm quite happy. So sorry about daylight issues. It's just starting to brighten, but we have a plane to catch. You can't. Yeah. So this is the last grab I took out here. So a lovely clean face and the edge, perfect. Not to say there was anything wrong with what the Pro Dig was doing in that regard, but all it was, he was a nice clean face. And that was all Father Phil wanted to see. So, but the quickie, first toss after 3 buckets, bang on the money. We'll see what it's like, how long it lasts. Father Phil says if this does as much as the Pro Dig has done and doesn't break, he'll be happy. Which is about 6 years. We got about 6 years and then it broke, started breaking. So we'll see what it. But the big thing with this, it only has to do half the work the other bucket is done because of the size of it. And I am quietly confident. So I am. I think it's a good bucket. Quite happy with it. So yeah, look at hey yo. What do you think? Do you think Father Phil is right and we went too big and we'll probably break the diaphragm at some point? Or do you think I'm right and think it's maybe a little bit on the big side, but it's just right? It is. You couldn't go any bigger, but it's a nice tidy fit for the teleporter, the 531-70. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to park her up. Bro will put in the day feeder when he comes in later to feed the cattle. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. When we come back on holidays, we'll do a comparison. We will feed with the small telly and the small bucket. See how long that takes. And then the next time, we will feed with the big bucket. And we will see how much time we're going to save every day because we went big. It's all about saving time. So anyways, look, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it for me. Good luck.